Alright, head back out in the garage. There's some lights on. So, while it's still kind of daylight out and still sort of warm, a little update on Saturday's projects. Plus, we got good light. We can talk about this. Got this. I figured out that it is an International Harvester Company Tom Thumb 1 horsepower air-cooled hit and miss. It's still got the grease cup. That's supposed to grease the shaft that the fan runs on. There should be a big V belt that goes around there, down to there. Exhaust pipe of some kind coming out of there. Spark plug. There's supposed to be an oiler in there. Grease cups there, but it actually rolls over fairly decent. I was playing with it last night. If I got both hands on it and gave it a really good pull, I could get 3 full revolutions out of it. But it is missing governor parts over here, so it's not. You can manually put it over and latch out the exhaust valve, but without the governor parts there to release that. Yeah, but it's a neat little piece. I'm gonna hold on to it till, and I think there should be a gear back here, maybe, I don't know. And then somebody said something about like a crank guard, maybe. Looks like a piece of sheet metal. Some of the stuff looking online like a piece of sheet metal come over here to catch any grease flying out of that, but I don't know. I'm gonna hold on to it, and I don't know, always kind of wanted to hit and miss. Price was right on this one, so yeah, so that's what's going on there. Nothing new there. Bag of tools. Oh, let's take a walk out to the trailer. Da-da-da. Da-da-da. Oh, it's a busy street. Busy street. So this was the main objective of the trip. It's a 445 Moline with a factory Moline loader. I did end up with some other parts. We did have to bring one hub. It was missing a hub. I think I'm going to jack it up and try and slide it in a little more just to give me a little more clearance. The front cross is a little worse for wear. It does still have the emblem on it, but the medallion, but it's a little beat up. We did exercise rule number 1 and make sure we had the hood strapped down. The hood latch on this style hood is notorious for not holding and going down the highway in that center section. Just gone. Let's see. Let's see if I can get up there. There's the factory bag. I'll try to get this here rough it out later. For a loader, it's not in horrible shape. For a loader tractor, it's not horrible. They have welded some reinforcements on both sides here. So the front end's been welded a little bit. The frame on this side has been cracked and welded, and they've added a reinforcement piece here. It's buckled there. The torque amplifier seems to be stuck in whatever gear or position it's in. The worst part about the deal, I think because it was loader tractor, it had calcium in the wheel, and it is laid in the dirt, oozing calcium. It just destroyed that rim. As flaky as that center is, I don't even know if we'll be able to save the center. Hopefully we haven't destroyed the tire, because it's a really fairly decent looking set of 13.6s, but except for the 445 badges being gone, for a loader tractor, it's really a pretty straight piece. Man, it's a busy street. So, to go along with the recent TikTok craze, we did some sketchy shit. Doo-dah, and we got away with it. Doo-dah. Yeah, so the guy had a John Deere skid steer loader that we were able to get underneath here, lift this up, and we found a piece of scrap angle iron in his in the pile, and we got an old piece of electrical cord and a bungee just holding that on there, and that's what held the loader up for the 60, 70, 80 mile ride that it took from where we got it to my house. Yeah, they did some welding on it out here too on the axle. This side of the frame is not bent or mangled in any fashion. So, but I think because I know that hub is loose, I think I'm going to jack it up and try and get that slid over some, and then I may. We still have it. There's one of the governor weights off that hit and miss. Cool. I thought I'd seen it on there, and it's still there. I'm going to slide that over. I want to try to move this a little further towards the back of the trailer to get some of the weight off the trailer or off the truck, because the old 1500 is squatting hard. We also ended up with a 3-point hitch Cervi's Equipment grater blade, made in Dallas, Texas. I don't know what we're going to do with that. It's a good possibility we may try to adapt that to put it on the front of the loader for shoving snow and dirt. But we also ended up with another pile of goodies. Got a set of Ford fenders. There's some International 300 hood side panels. We think this is a hood for a John Deere D. There's some other little bits and pieces under there. I think this is a brand new hood for what looks like possibly a Massey Harris Challenger. There's a set of 560 fenders under there. Nice seat pan. International something, I reckon. I don't know. And then box full of brass, small carburetor off of something, headlights, one generator, 2 generators. So yeah, so hopefully what I really like to do is eventually get both back wheels slid in, get the front end narrowed up some. This could be a problem because when I got it, I don't know if you can see how beat up these bolt heads are, or the ends of the bolts. It looks like the previous owner or his dad was trying to get this hub off as well. And you can see that bolt. That bolt looks like maybe it's come out a little bit since we tried to move it, but all 4 bolts are in rough shape. So that might be torch the bolts and get the clamp out. But yeah, I'd probably like to narrow it up a little bit. I'm sure it's out wide because of being a loader tractor for stability purposes, but I don't plan on using the loader a whole lot. I don't know, maybe put some forks, like some pallet forks on it for lifting and moving plows, because we got a bunch of those. But the motor is free. It is going to need a manifold. It's cracked there and there, but luckily with the ZB project, the custom intake manifold I made for the ZB, I've got the exhaust manifold, so I've got a manifold. If we can get I think this elbow here is good, so we'll have to get that off. We'll probably end up cutting the intake off the exhaust, and replace, put them back together somehow, whatever. And it did have antifreeze in it, because as we were loading it, antifreeze was dripping out of you can see how it's wet. The antifreeze was dripping out of it, so yeah. It'll be a fun project. I'm leaning toward maybe later tonight, if I have time, sticking a battery in it and see just how well it'll spin over. and maybe even bring a spark plug out. I don't know if I can. See if I got spark. If I got sparky, and it'll turn over decent because they've already got rubber line here. And with the loader frame, it'll be real easy to hang my temporary tank on there. And yeah, with the temporary tank on there, we have a really good chance of being able to maybe see if the thing will start. Because that would surely make unloading it easier. If it won't start, it's not a huge deal. Unloading it, we'll just we'll get it down the farm, we'll jack it up, get the impact out, and zip those 2, 3, 4, like those 5 lug bolts out, and slap one of the wheels and tires that I've got out at the farm on there, and then it'll roll easy. But really would like to see if I can get it running, because that'd be fun. So, but anyway, what is it doing? Oh, what happened there? What am I focusing on? What is my camera doing? Oh boy, I've like zoomed all. Oh, there we go. Boy, I don't know what happened there. I zoomed all the way in and it wouldn't let me zoom out. Anyway, yeah. So gauge clusters, obviously flustered. Not a huge deal. It's just a flat piece with a little angle in it, and then that cluster sits in there. I don't need the hour meter or the tach or anything, so what it may get is just 3 or 4 generic gauges. Yeah, just because, just so I got, you know, oil pressure, amps, water temp. Then we can make a gauge panel to do that real easy, and put some cheap gauges in it, because I'm not planning on restoring it. It's going to be probably, if I can get it running, it runs decent, probably a little chore tractor for me, because I don't have one, and everybody needs a loader, right? Anyway, there it is. 1956 Moline 445 445 row crop with the adjustable wide front and the factory Moline loader. Yeah. Anyway, I'll be back.